inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, cause real women don't bitch, no. Real women don't, 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 real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. Hey, ladies. Okay, and gentlemen, because there's a few of you that listen to, I got to remember that. Let me go ahead and give you guys your shout out. And let me just also say a special thank you to you all because I do truly appreciate all of my listeners. Anywho, moving forward. Today, I want to switch gears. You guys know that I will talk about being committed to your purpose and having a solid work ethic any day. But I want to talk to you guys about having a solid spiritual muscle. And I'm going to share two things with you. I'm going to share someone else's experience and I'm going to share mine to show you why it is so important for you to be in spiritual flow. And a lot of you that don't know me well enough, you may not know how intuitive I am. And you may think that all I do is work hard, when in all actuality, I don't work hard. I'm just a really fucking creative person. There's stuff always coming from me and I have to do something with that material because I just can't resist. But anyway, there's a woman that I connected with several years ago and she's amazing. She is absolutely phenomenal and she is known for getting in, grinding, hustling, and not from the negative perspective. This is a woman who is very highly successful, upper multiple six figures, and she has it going on. She is the epitome of what many women should look up to become successful. And she and I had this conversation because she was like, hey, did you come to me in a dream? And I was like, huh, what you talking about? She was like, girl, I had a dream that you came to me and you tried to say something to me. And then I woke up and then it was gone. And I was like, whoa. First of all, if you had a dream that I came to you, you need to center yourself spiritually. Something is going on with you and it's going to require you to focus on your spiritual side. And of course she was like, girl, what in the world does that mean? And so she got on the phone and we had us about a quick 30-minute conversation. And I had to tell this, woman, I'm like, look, you're powerful. There reaches a point when your work ethic, it defines you. It's natural. It's a natural inclination for you to get up and do what it is that you're supposed to do. But now this next level in your life that you're going to, it's going to require you to lend yourself to the spiritual, for you to make some decisions that feel in flow, but that may not make any sense to your natural mind. And we had this conversation and she's like, oh my goodness, I wasn't the first person to mention this to her. And I was like, you really need to meditate more. And everybody has their way of defining prayer and meditation and all of that stuff. For me personally, when you're praying, you're speaking to God. And when you're meditating, then you're allowing the Spirit to speak to you, to download some things that might otherwise be incomprehensible or left in the background because you just wouldn't think about it. And so I'm going to share something with you. I received this random message. This was a week or two ago from a woman who I am not friends with on Facebook. We don't even have any mutual friends. And she was like, hey, I got this event coming up and I would like to give you a free ticket to come and join us. And I said, okay. And I told my husband and he was like, do you know who it is? I was like, no. Well, what is the event about? I don't know. I just saw the flyer and I said, okay. And he was like, are you going to look at anything? And I was like, no, I think I'm just supposed to be in flow. It was really weird, but he knows me well enough not to question that. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to be in flow and I'm going to go. Well, I went to the event and I took a friend with me because she asked if I would, be bringing somebody with me. And when I got there, and for those of you that know me very well, you're going to understand why this is like a total culture shock. The vast majority of the speakers were pastors or ministers. And I was like, what in the world did I just come to? But nevertheless, my feelings were intact because I was in flow. But for those of you that know me, it isn't that I don't love God. I love God, the universe, spirit, my angels. I love everything. I even love me some Jesus. I don't discriminate because of my experiences spiritually. No one can tell me what is or is not truth. I've already lived that lie. Okay. But what I've experienced in the church has been traumatic. It has been over the top. And I don't want anything to do with church. And I put that out there. That way the ultra super serious Christians know not to follow me. If that's what you need, then I'm not the right person. But if you want someone who knows God, knows the word, knows their intuition, taps into spirituality, then you should listen to me. But nevertheless, I'm there. And I'm at this event and I'm like, okay, let me see what's going to happen. And all of these women get up to speak and they are having the same kind of unorthodox conversations about Christianity that I would have. And these are women that would be my elders. And I'm sitting there listening to them like that sounds like something I would say. We actually reading from the same Bible. We seeing the same thing. And I was in tears. Okay, you guys, if you didn't know, I'm a crier. Yes, I do cry. Mrs. Badass sheds tears. Hello. But I was like, oh my goodness. And I had so many epiphanies and revelations come to me about what I'm doing with my own business because the spiritual side of Christianity comes up a lot. I received a whole lot of revelations about how I'm going to infuse that more differently in some of the things that I do. And I would have never experienced this if I would have done what I typically do. And what I typically do when someone invites me to something, who are they? Who are they connected to? Is this their first event or their 20th or 7th event? Do they have a reputation for selling a lie? Blah, 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 blah. Where are the Google reviews? I just do exercise due diligence is what it boils down to. But I didn't do this. I just felt like I should be in flow and say yes. And that's where it led me to. But those connections led into other connections that are really important to my future right now. I would have never gone there if I thought with my own mind. And for you, it may not be a situation like this, but it's something. It's something that you need to do. It's somewhere that you need to go. But you won't know if you only lend yourself to your finite mind. If you don't meditate on a regular basis, take the time to do something like yoga or do something that's just going to strengthen you spiritually. Go walk outside and do what my girlfriend Tamasa calls earthing. Take your socks and your shoes off. Work on the ground. Feel in touch with nature. Get some alone time. Be quiet. Calgon, take me away. Get in the bathtub. I don't know what it is, but if you all don't take the time to make sure that your spiritual muscle is just as girded as your work hard muscle that you didn't had ever since you had a job, I'm here to tell you that going to your next level in business is going to be rather difficult for you. You are going to need to be in tune with something greater than yourself. Doors are going to have to be open for you that you had no idea existed. People are going to need to come and connect with you that you had no idea existed. There is a piece of you doing what you do that requires a positive level of aggression in business, but there is another side of it that requires you to trust and know that you are on a path. And I like it the way that Esther Hicks used to describe it, or shall I say Abraham Hicks used to describe it, when she would talk about her and her husband when they would walk on a path in the water. He would always step just knowing that there would be a rock for him to step on, not expecting to drown. And that is the level of expectation that you should have in your spirit, knowing that every step that you take is like a step on a bridge that is formulating as you are going across it to get you to an expected end that you couldn't have otherwise reached, but it's going to require you to tap into your spiritual muscle. How did this impact you? What are you thinking? How are you feeling? This season is all about elevation. I talk to you all about beasting your business, beasting your sales, beasting your energy. What about now elevating your spirit? I would love some feedback from you guys on whichever platform you're listening on. In the meantime and in between time, I'm not even going to say very much else. I think you all need to rest in that. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomen.don't bitch.podcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in